And this is my phone, a smartphone. Smartphone is the big breakthrough of communicational technology, combining phones, camera, and applications, internet, email, messengers, so many features in this little device. That's amazing. And thanks to the mass production, the advance of technology, and the cost-down strategies, we can see in this diagram, more and more people have their own smartphone. And then something did change. We know that many years ago, if people would like to receive a letter from a friend lived far away, they had to wait for several days or even several weeks. But now we can easily and directly to connect other people by smartphones. And smartphones shorten our distance. Theoretically, our relationships should get closer, and life should get more wonderful. But however, back to our assertion, smartphones make us alone. Why? Why do smartphones make us alone? And what impacts does this little device bring to us? My groupmate Dora will present further analysis.
To support our project, and we do some research for the mobile consumer by this survey. And this survey is designed to get insight into how consumers use their smartphone on the internet. And we divide into three parts. The first part is about the indispensable to daily life, and the second is to describe how smartphones have transferred consumer behavior. And the last is smartphones help users navigate the world, especially the local business. But how smartphone indispensable to our daily life? Here, the smartphone penetration has risen to 32% of the population from the quarter first of the 2011. And furthermore, in the future, the smartphone owners are becoming increasingly reliant on their device. Especially for recently the research, there are 64% have used their smartphone every day. And it means smartphones are always on with you. There are 43% don't leave home without their device, so they always keep their smartphone with them. And in the future, the smartphone has become so important to consumers that there are 16% will rather give up TV, the television, than their smartphone, because we can use a smartphone to watch a video, watch a TV program, and to see a movie. But the television couldn't use the Facebook, couldn't connect on the internet, or to do something else like search or to listen to music. And the second chapter will talk about how smartphones have transformed our behaviors. I think everyone has a large smartphone in this course, and you can take out your smartphone to look at this search mark. Yes, the search. There are 57% search on their smartphones every day, so do I. And now the smartphone's function is not only for search. You can use smartphone to communicate with each other by emailing, social websites, and furthermore, we have to stay informed, to review some websites and to read some newspaper and some magazines. And that's for us, especially the university students, to do entertainment. There are 93% to browse the internet and play the games. I think you all have already heard of Candy Crush, these games. And then we'll listen to the music and watch video on the website like YouTube. The reason I want to tackle this slide in here because these significant statistics show us there are 91% visit social network and 55% visit at least once a day. It means we are addicted to the smartphones. But when we use a smartphone, there are 84%. They'll do something. They'll do something else. Like 53% will listen to music, and 18% will read a book. It means the smartphone is a multitasking process in our device, and the smartphone helps us to navigate the world around them. Especially appearing on the smartphones is critical to the local business because they want to share their information all over the world. So there are 94% of smartphone users have looked for local information, and 87% have taken action as a result. I think some of you have experienced if you check in the Facebook and the store will give you 10% discount or $10 free. For this phenomenon, so we do some calculate on these local information seekers. There are 56% will connect with the business, and over half will make a purchase. Like I think the smartphone have the apps, and the apps you can purchase some commodity and something else like a ticket or the movie theater ticket and other apps. So it means will it change our behaviors? Okay. I think it's not doubtfully the smartphone is close to our daily life, but is this good or not? And then our ear time to my partner Annie, she will discuss about the pros and cons of the smartphone.
This is a word cloud about people's feeling of their smartphone. Overall, 72% people use positive words to describe their smartphone. 16% use negative description, like expensive, frustrating, and 12% offer a neutral choice, like okay, fair, and adequate. What's your feeling about your smartphone? If you are one of the people who use positive words to describe your smartphone, we will give your thought a big strike right now. More and more people choose to use smartphone rather than traditional phone. Why? Because they think smartphone is necessity in their lives. I agree that, but have you ever thought that how much you need to pay because of this necessity? Regardless of a lot of money, you may be sick in the future. Glaucoma in Chinese is 青光眼, and texture thumbs in Chinese is 简讯指. Cyber addiction are on our charts. So right now, you need to think a way to have your smartphone and a healthy body. Satisfied and useful. Smartphone has a lot of function. We can use it to call others, surf on the internet, play games, or watch movies. To me, the best function is navigator because I have poor sense of direction. It can help me to find the right way to go home. But have you ever thought that so many functions, do you really need it in your lives? Or it just companies your Mickey tricks to advertise? Like me, my cell phone is Note 2. It's the newest one of Samsung's Note series. It has PIP function. In Chinese, it's 子母视窗. But until now, I haven't used it because I can't and don't need to use it. So, when you have a functional smartphone, when you buy the smartphone, you need to think, do you really need it or you just want it? And next.
Thank you, Annie. Let me introduce the other function of smartphone to you. Just as Joyce had mentioned, it takes a lot of time to get in touch with people in ancient times. However, with smartphones invention and all kinds of apps spring up, it's easy for us to connect with people. But some of you might curious about what smartphone really benefits us. We can chat to people at any time, any place for free by some kinds of communication apps like Line, Facebook, or WeChat. Also, we can play games to kill time when we feel bored. But here's the questions: are these all positive? Yes? Yes? No. When we use these free communication apps, when we use these free communication apps, it's hard for us to make sure whether who, where, and when they receive a message, and it's hard for us to distinguish whether they are happy or not. By the way, the game is easy to indulge in. Once you do so, it might waste your time and you might miss some other important things like your homework or your test or report. And what else do we gain from smartphone? What else do we gain from smartphone?
Addison will continue the best part of the pros and cons.
And maybe you ask for the solutions and how to use smartphone wisely. And based on the smartphone addiction, we can see a lot of activities are coming up. And like this picture, we piled up our smartphones while we are having dinner together, and if someone pick up the phone before we finish our meal, they will have to pay the bill. And you can imagine that it might cost you thousands of dollars, so watch out. But this kind of activity is not a solution. It's not providing us a solution. It is just a way to keep the isolation away from people in the reality. So we are telling you now, there is no solution for this phenomenon. And I'm going to say it again, there is no solutions for it. But all we can do is just decrease the time we're using it, and using the smartphone wisely, and using it in the right time, using it in the right place, and using it when you are connecting to the people, I mean real people in the real life. And here is what we want you to do. Just put down your smartphones, and you put down your smartphone and you can gain more time. And put down your smartphone when you are in the class, put down your smartphone when you are having dinner with your family, and put down your smartphone when someone is talking to you face to face. And to put it simple, just put down your smartphone and attention to the things that are more important than using smartphone. So just enjoy your life and feel your life,
but it means the real life, but not by smartphone. And next, we are having Jules to give us the last part of our
Time's up. 15 minutes.